Hello, I'm Ben Mackey, and I'm Ben Mackey, bringing you another World of Warcraft battle report. Today we bring you to the Ghostlands in the northern eastern kingdoms, where Blood Elf adventurers hope to defend their home from a band of Night Elf spies. Each side needs 23 victory points to win. There will also be 3 objectives on the map, one on the bridge and one on each side. The bridge stands over a river that separates both sides of the board. Characters are allowed to move into it, but unless they have some sort of flying or teleportation, they will be forced to swim back to shore for 2 ticks. In addition, while each objective on either side of the river yields 1 victory point at the end of every 5 ticks, the objective on the bridge yields 2. In other words, whoever controls the bridge controls the game. Couldn't have said it better myself, Ben. Alright, let's take a look at our contending warbands. Starting with the Night Elves, we have the Druid Vigor Darkbreeze, equipped with an X-52 rocket helmet, as well as a bear form and a lacerate in his action bar. Ooh, looks like he plans on being a versatile tank with that build. Up next is the Hunter Alana Starbreeze with the Master Tactician and Misdirection abilities. As long as she's next to an ally, she can stay well out of trouble with her Misdirection, while dealing massive damage with Master Tactician. And finally, we have the Rogue Umbrage, ready to cause some chaos with his Ambush and Mind-Numbing Poison abilities, as well as a Fell Steel Boomstick. That Boomstick will be a great help when attacking enemies across the river, though at the cost of his stealth ability. Next up on the Blood Elf side, we have Ileana Sunshield, a paladin with Crusader Aura and Blessing of Kings. She's gonna need that ability to capture objectives faster, as well as protect her squishy allies. Hey, Ben. Just because you're a magic user doesn't necessarily mean you're squishy. You may be right, Ben, because here we see Daxon Firesworn making a return since our last battle report. He may have been defeated by no mage Ruby Gemsparkle, but last time it took quite an effort to do so. And lastly, we have Lotherin, the Blood Elf Priest, coming in with a Psychic Scream and Mind Blast. Interesting that a holy priest would prefer to use shadow abilities, but who am I to judge? Each side rolls for initiative, with the Blood Elves rolling an 8 and the Night Elves rolling a 3. Looks like the Horde is going first this time. The clock has been set to tick 1 and each side prepares to spawn onto the battlefield, with Ileana casting her Crusader Aura. For the rest of the tick, that aura will increase her warband's movement by 1, allowing them to hopefully reach the objectives faster. Tick 2 and each side continues to advance, with nobody close enough to secure an objective or attack. Tick 3, and same story as before, except it looks like Vigor Darkbreeze is getting dangerously close to the objective, while the Blood Elves are still behind. Tick 4 and Ileana advances towards the bridge, while Vigor, unhindered by terrain because of his rocket helmet, easily moves next to the objective and secures it. Daxon moves to secure the objective on the Blood Elf side, while Umbrage is not close enough to secure his own. Lotherin advances next to Ileana, and then Ilana advances to higher ground and targets Ileana with a ranged attack. Ilana scores 3 hits and a crit, bumping the total damage up to 4. Can Ileana's defense of 4 be enough to save her? Ileana rolls and is able to block 3 of the hits, ultimately taking 1 damage. This does not look like a good start for the Blood Elves. Even with Ileana's Crusader Aura, they were unable to reach the objective first and are already coming under attack. Tick 5 and Ileana finally steps onto the bridge, while Vigor moves on top of the objective and shifts into bear form.
Bear mode engaged!
Daxon passes his turn to continue to sit on his objective, while Umbrage moves to secure his own. Lotherin stays right where he is, and at the end of Tick 5, we count up the current victory points. Umbrage takes the side objective, while Vigor holds the bridge, giving the Alliance 3 victory points. Daxon is the only Blood Elf holding the side objective, giving the Horde only 1 victory point. Things are already off to a bad start. Tick 6 and Daxon cast Fog of War to keep Ilana from attacking for a turn. Next, Umbridge moves on top of his team's objective, and Ileana finally moves next to Vigor, gaining access to the bridge objective. Ileana casts Blessing of Kings on Lotharen, and Vigor attacks her with Maul. Vigor rolls only 2 hits, and Ileana saves both of them. Lotharen then runs to Ileana's aid, and heals her for 1 damage. Blood Elves are back up to full health, and now have the bridge objective. If they can manage to kill Vigor, it will put them ahead by 1 point, as well as give them full access to the objective. The Night Elves will need to hold off as long as they can to secure their lead in this game. That may not be possible since they have no healers on their team. Tick 7, Daxon and Umbridge pass their turns. Ilana attacks Lotharen for 2 damage, but Lotharen saves both of them. Tick 8, and Daxon and Umbridge pass once again. Ileana attacks Vigor and does 4 points of damage. Vigor only has 3 defense, but his bear form gives him 1 more. Even so, Vigor is only able to save 3 out of 4 hits, and takes 1 point of damage. Tick 9 and Vigor counterattacks with a Lacerate ability, causing damage to Ileana at the end of ticks 5 and 10. Ileana may have up to 5 Lacerates on her at a time, meaning that she could be taking up to 5 damage every 5 ticks. Ouch! Let's hope that her and Lotharen's heals will be enough to deal with that. Daxon and Umbridge pass their turns once again, and we move to tick 10. Daxon passes again, and Ilana prepares for another attack against Lotharen by first casting her Master Tactician ability. Ilana rolls 2 hits, but then remembers that she's on higher ground, and thus re-rolls one of her misses to gain another hit. Lotharen rolls 1 defense, plus 1 more due to his Blessing of Kings buff, and blocks only 1 hit, taking 2. Next, Lotharen casts Heal on himself and scores 2, bringing him back to full health. Umbridge passes his turn again, and Vigor attacks Ileana with Maul again. He rolls 4 hits, but forgets about the Master Tactician ability Ilana cast earlier. Ileana rolls her defense and saves 3 hits, only taking 1. Forgetting about that Master Tactician might turn out to have been a mistake later on. The Blood Elves have already missed their own benefits, though. While Ilana has been relentlessly attacking Lotharen, Ileana's Protector ability should have made her the target instead. And now at the end of tick 10, Ileana takes 1 point of damage from Vigor's Lacerate, while she and Daxon secure 3 victory points for the Horde, bringing their total score up to 4. Umbridge and Vigor also gain 3 points, and their score remains ahead of the Blood Elves at 6. Wow, this is certainly turning out to be quite the game. You said it, Ben, and there's still more to come, but for now we are going to end the report here. If you want to see the rest of the battle, check out part 2. If you want to see more battle reports in the future, hit the like button. And as always, Blizzard, please bring back this game. See you next time.